Greetings. It has been an age since I have spoken to this dimension, or it has been months since I was at 4 places at once. I cannot be sure. Today, we tell a classic tale, a story set during the Trojan War, a tale of betrayal, a tale of return. When the heroes of Greece gathered to invade Troy because Menelaus' wife ran off with that playboy Paris, it happens I myself have gone off with 1 or 2 princesses. One of the great warriors, Philoctetes, was bitten by a snake, infected and sick. He was abandoned on the island where it happened. Fast forward 10 years. Things are not going well for the Greeks. Achilles, their greatest hero, has been killed, and his long-lost son has come, desperate for revenge. Prophecy reveals that Philoctetes is required. The arrow he wields must be used to defeat Troy. So Odysseus sends Achilles' son to claim the bow. But Odysseus never does anything without reason. Here is the story. Here is You Remind Me by Lane McLeod Jackson.
Step in. Grab a seat, far away as you can. Don't be uneasy, I am not offended. Self-preservation, that's fine. So, I've been waiting for that ship out there. Whew. And the thing that most surprises me about the moment is you do not remind me of anyone. Certainly not myself, and I think that says more about me than it does about you, because you probably should. The thing that made my name, the reason anybody bothered to invite me along on this whore's vanity exercise, is something I did in my legendary past when I was the age you are in this mundane present. Hold the cloth to your nose, boy. The smell gets worse when I move. Hardly notice it. Anymore, I should say. Did at the time. When it first took place. It's funny how life reoccurs. As if we exist to articulate or exemplify something. You know what I mean? No. Okay, let's start from the top. What do you know about me? Nothing. What did they tell you? My God, not a thing. Look at that stupid, pretty face. Womanish. Beautiful and feminine, like your father. How is he? All right. He's dead, and you never met him. Well, I have, or had, and will likely see him again before you. See, they already told me in this letter. I get lots of letters. Agamemnon sends me letters. Menelaus sends me letters. Nestor, Nestor never shuts up. One after the other. I wonder what he's doing during this war, that he's got so much time to keep our correspondence regular. Oh, God, so you're going to gag, boy? That's fine, over there. With the others, I'll give you a moment. Feeling better? It's best to get that first round out. It gives the stomach a chance to trick itself. Think the worst is over. It's not. I still, even after all these years, must prepare. I only sup on the thinnest gruel. My throat got tired of the abuse. Now, and don't think I forgot what I was saying. I don't ever. You remind me of absolutely no one. Thought, and then this might be the result of reading too many stories, I'd see your father looking back at me. Maybe your mother, but I knew her less well. Did you ever tell how the two of them met? It's a funny story. Your dad, in a dress, made up, lovely, rosy red cheeks, soft curls, this gentle smile, inviting skin. Your mother thought he was a woman when they first met. And that was the point, right? It's not like your dad was wandering around training in that get up. Because you see, he was listening to his mother, your grandmother. And she'd been told by her friends, the gods, if your pops went off to war, Achilles would surely die. Murdered. His name, would live for 100,000 years. But should he stay home, he'd live to be an old man, lots of children and grandchildren. Instead, he's only got the one. Because of course he went off. But you know that. Bet you've been waiting the better part of a lifetime to join him out on the battlefield. Now he's dead. Seems the man would do anything to avoid spending time with you. Am I being cruel? Crying. Good. Did you see this? It's a message. Came ahead of you. From a man who has not written to me over the last decade. Truth be told, never once liked him. You guess who? No? Fine. Now, how do I say your name? Neoptolemus? Neoptolemus? Neo? I'll just say Neo. My God, you are young. Don't tell me how much. No, that's abusive. True cruelty. True cruelty. And I'm a sick man. Can you manage to get a little closer? Looky here. See, this is where the snake bit. Venom never stops bubbling. Look! It's dripping on the ground, mixed with my pus. This impromptu hospital, once a green field. You got eyes? Surely you've noticed everything about is withered and dead. This poison, special. I remember this, because it's what made my name, my reputation, my legend. The reason you are here. Well, actually, that's not me if I'm being fair, which I try to avoid at all costs. It's this bow. See, only I can use it. Everyone knows that. Try, take it. I'm weak. Overwhelm me, son of Achilles. Fine, I don't want you to vomit all over again. Catch. It's already strong. All you've got to do is pull it back. Don't even worry about notching an arrow. Simply pull the fucking string. Can't. I mean, no one can. Not Ajax, not Diomedes, not the writer of this Only me, the God. You've heard of Hercules. Oh, of course, of course. I'm the last one he ever saw in his mortal life. See, some horsemen, a name begins with an N, don't really remember, the centaur, well, whatever. He gave Hercules his wife a poisoned outfit. And there's one sad thing about your man Hercules. Worst luck in women. Not the worst taste, mind you. No, that goes to Menelaus. And I never met Herc's first wife. Only saw the body of his second. But by all accounts, they were sweet, kindly people. A little ugly. A tad soft in my taste. But the legend seems true enough. The mighty one, the great Hercules, loved them. And for that reason alone, his enemies used them. Hera drove Hercules insane. The gentle giant strangled and bashed and tore apart his doting bride with the little children. Was it a sin? Well, of course it was a sin. You can't blame the gods. They're not famous for taking criticism particularly well. So our man had his labor and passed them and grew and became a hero, and in time fell in love again, and then, even shorter time, had that love twisted. Now the horse boy, not Chiron, the other one, they all look alike to me. Well, he was pissed with Hercules for one reason or another. I think it had to do with wine. But he was a crafty son of a bitch. Do you mind if I swear? Anyway, this fuck gave his wife this robe, telling her it would make him stronger, or sexier, or it would stop him from leaving. How should I know? Who can predict what people say to the foolish? It's not my department. Getting your strength back, I see. Excellent. You know, you're more like your father every moment. So, she gives Big H the robe, and it's laced with poison. Such a deadly venom, nothing in the world like it. Even in handing him the gift, her own skin bubbles away. She dies in agony. No tears now? Hey, this is the stuff of tragedy. This woman unknowingly murders the man she just wanted to keep close, and that's gotta be some kind of irony. Not a tear? Cord. I make one crack about your dad being slightly distant, and I have to see snot drip down those pouty little lips of yours. I hear a tale, the complete destruction and murder of a loving family, you yawn. Tell me more about me. I see a pain in my face. Well, good news. We all grow into our own tragedies, don't we? Let's get back to this one. Hercules couldn't die. Not like that. He's too powerful. He's too close to divinity. All he wanted, the only thing that could finish him off for good, is to be burned alive. The preferable option, by the way. So imagine the venom required to get you to build your own pyre. Stacking wood and bramble, inviting all your friends and begging, pleading, crying, offering them anything in the world just to light a match. My father was there. He brought me. Hoped, I suppose, it would be a fun trip. Some of the Argonauts, the ones still living at any rate. You know, Nestor was one. He was a kid at the time, nothing special, but he lived among legends. Which is why we listen to the old fuck. So, this mountain Hercules, capable of crushing lions to death with his bare hands, he's offering anyone who will listen the world and they would have done anything else for him. They loved him. They loved him. Getting closer, everyone could see what that poison would do. And who knew if it would spread? Someone had already died being careless, touching the body of his wife. We don't have a name for that. She was some hero's slave. These heroes told themselves it was kindness. These heroes adored the man. How could they set him on fire? No. Better go on an adventure. Find the cure. That's what my father suggested. But even at my limited age, which is yours now, I knew it was bullshit. He offered a reward, sure, but when? Our man needed help now. Why? Step forward. What didn't make it into the story, in this delicious foreshadowing of my present life, was the smell. This may sound familiar. A hint of vinegar, flavoring of sweet, all covering rock. Sometimes this corrosive flesh smells like cooking, bacon sizzling. And even then you could see why large parts of Hercules' skin bubbled. His mouth open, I could see black tar pouring out, staining his teeth. Not too proud to admit at this late date, I would have run. If I hadn't just been kind of an ass to my father, made him look stupid, cowardly, I'd have turned tail. But I couldn't now. Pops would have something to hold over me, so instead, I'd play hero. Let me tell you something. This is important. No one cares why you play hero. Hercules didn't. Didn't give two shits about my motives. Suffering. The end of it. That's all. That's the single, solitary fuck he gave. I lit the fire. He told me to go through the ashes. And by the way, he said this as the flames spread over his skin and parts of fat were falling off him. Too much detail? This is a pretty vivid memory from me. Search the ashes. What else could I do? I searched the ashes, and I got the bow. In God's above, I'm a hero. His bow can not only hit a man a horizon away, I've broken gates open, pierced the hearts of 4 in a single shot with a hangover. Of course, they wanted me to attack Troy. Took them a minute to recruit me. See, back when the skank was up for market, she didn't really interest me, so there was no contract with my name on it. There's no reason I should go off. But some people know how to be quite convincing. And who doesn't love a good war? This, I was assigned to your father. Fortunate, you never saw him move. Rivers don't flow with that kind of grace. He never really looked at me one way or another. Had other friends, I suppose. Patroclus especially. But I knew he adored combat, battle, great feats of skill. And this island had a reputation even before my unfortunate discovery. A reputation for wicked serpents. With my weapon, what could stop me? I invited him to watch. He did. As I took my bow and fired arrow after arrow into the sky. If I notch quickly and accurately enough, I'll make shadows dance on the ground. Entire show, sailors leaping, loving couples. It's funny, no one ever expects to die at the touch of an animal, especially something so small. But once it bit in, I recognized the smell. No one had known where the centaur got his poison. Some vicious, slithering fuck. It's hardly a foot long. Sparkly, pretty, beautiful. It glistens in the sunlight. Probably some warning. But beauty has always blinded me. It draws me in. And reality asserts, time and time again, if you see something that glistens, run. But either because of my experience as a youth, or maybe the snake's venom requires special arts and medicines to become truly potent, it simply infected me. It's never stopped. And they tried, I'll give them that. They tried and waited for weeks. The ship's out, just past the reef. The smell, the odor of rot. Nissus! That was the horseman's name, not Chiron, but Nissus. It was important for me to get that. Finally, the author of this letter that I'm holding right here visited in this tent. He didn't vomit. And as he spoke, I knew it wasn't his decision. But it was his idea. And to his credit, and he came down to tell me he owned his schemes, wrote his name across it. Getting sick? Go ahead, purge yourself again. Empty the stomach. Good boy. Good boy. It's been almost 10 years. Waiting. Thinking about how I would have my revenge. Tried to. I mean, after all, that's what I'm supposed to do. They abandoned me here on this island for something that wasn't really my fault. Poison. Nothing but some letters and food sent to me every few months. But this may seem unmanly. Vengeance has never held my interest. It didn't dominate my thoughts. That was regret. Unspoken longing has ruled my moods for this decade. Entire tenure of my serpentine rulership. Even when I considered suicide once or twice, held out. Because the thing I wanted most in the world still seemed possible. Until your father's death. After that. Well, you can still see the pyre I was constructing, see? It's not particularly well made, but it's still mine. Then, this message came from, well, who else could it be? The bastard of Ithaca. Could have burned it without reading. Would have saved us both a great deal of suffering. And he tells me that you're coming. A young man. He'll do anything to win this war, to avenge his father. Before the reunion could happen. Anything. Well, you'll have to do that. Anything I want. You do look so like him now. How could I not see it earlier? It's almost as if Achilles returns. Kiss me. Kiss me. Kiss me. Spend a night, fire and venom. Let me love. Let me love, and the bow is yours. Glory, I'll return. Only we will know. This letter, burn. And the one honorable truth about the monster who directed you, my tasty little sacrifice into my lair, that he knows how to keep a secret. Oh, there you are. Go ahead. Vomit one more time. It'll help.
Hiya, I'm LJ.
And I'm Lane McLeod Jackson.
You're a troll.
What? I thought it was funny.
We're here to let you know you can also find us on Substack under
Paperback Productions.
Yep, this podcast and other goodies will be delivered right to your inbox if you subscribe.
So please support us.
Emotionally.
Financially.
Dramatically. See, I can be funny too.
Try to be professional, okay, babe? Thank you all for your support.